We are back here on Girl Talk, and Gail Luna has joined us. We've been talking about theater, we've been talking about desserts, and he's such a combination of theater and desserts.
He's got everything. He's got everything. He's our stage manager at the Arts Center this summer for $1 Million Quartet.
So what does that mean? Let me ask you the basic question. You already know.
The stage manager?
Yeah, what does a stage manager do?
The stage manager oversees the production, he schedules things, he makes sure people are at the appropriate place at the appropriate time, just manages the actors, manages the crew, sets up the calling book for the show. So every time you see something move on stage, a stage manager's calling that.
What in the world would possess someone to be a stage manager?
Sanity. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, that's sort of an overarching, you're sort of the big overarching, I guess, guru in a production, right?
And then when the director leaves, because ours come in from New York, they direct the show, they get the actors through rehearsal. After opening night, they leave, and this man's in charge of the whole rest of the show.
So we take notes of the show. We make sure the actors are continuing the show as directed.
The voice or the
voice
culture
from the director. Yeah.
One of the things I've always wondered is how the challenges or barriers that you have. What are things that we wouldn't think about? We talked to Ben Wolf a little bit about that too, that come up that we as audience participants would know.
An actor gets sick
during
the show, it would happen. So you have to make a call. A lot of times you have what we call understudies. So in the middle of the show, somebody gets sick, you have to quickly get the understudy on. I've had that happen many times. Something happens backstage where a piece of scenery breaks. Sometimes you have to stop a show to fix said piece of scenery. So a number of things can go on, and you have to stay calm and everything collected so you can communicate to your staff at the time.
Is that your nature? Is that just your general personality?
That is his nature.
But I think you also have to be extraordinarily organized and fluid and dynamic, not let things...
Correct, because you're dealing with a lot of different temperaments. You know, the actors, you know, some of them are just bouncing off the walls. Others are very calm. Others, you just don't know what you're going to get.
What about the musical piece of it, too? I mean, don't you have orchestra to deal with?
You have orchestra, all kinds of musicians. With $1 Million Quartet, the cast actually plays the show. So they all have guitars, there's a piano, there's an electric guitar,
Do you know the
there's a
premise
bass.
of the show?
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit about the show.
Do you want to tell them?
Yeah, sure. Well, $1 Million Quartet took place in Memphis, Tennessee. It's 4 iconic artists, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins. They all met December 4th, 1956.
This is
true
cool.
story. It's based on this true story. Yeah.
They all met and they jammed at Sun Records, which is a recording studio, and they recorded it. So there is an actual live recording of it. And so it's been made into a musical, and they all meet at this studio and they sing all their iconic numbers.
Yes. So imagine the greatest hits of those 4.
See You Later, Alligator. You know, everybody's going to know this music. It's fantastic.
In the world do you cast something like that? Is that?
It's difficult.
Every one of these guys has done this show before. One is from the national tour. Our Jerry Lee Lewis and our Carl Perkins just did it in Vegas.
So I think that's...
And our Elvis, doesn't he look just like Elvis?
Does he?
A young Elvis.
Oh my gosh, like
the young handsome Elvis. It's oh my gosh.
So
what's really cool is at the Arts Center, they put together this production. It's not a tour. It's not another production that's come in from somewhere else. The Arts Center actually produces this show. So we build the costumes, we build the sets, we put together the music, the casting, and it's such a great cast.
Okay, again, layperson, so he builds. Did you hear that? I build the actors, I build the costumes, it just sounds like a...
Right. And they do first rate here, so go see it, because it's going to be a great show.
Tickets and all that good stuff. 842 Arts?
Yes, 843-842 Arts, or online, artshhi.com, and it runs through July 30th.
Danielle, have you ever been to one of the productions? You've got to go.
You know what? I hate to say that I haven't. I know.
She lives in Bluffton, for God's sake. It's a long trek.
You would love it.
She's new.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
How long have you lived here?
2 years.
And you would fly to New York to see the show.
Okay. All right, I'm
you're
still
not.
within the window.
Yes,
so
you
that's
will.
You have to go and see the show because
I will.
it's 90 minutes. We have added an intermission, but it's 90 minutes. Without the intermission, it moves so quickly, and you're going to know all the music.
Exactly, and we'll go.
People will be dancing
You know
in
what?
the
We'll get a team together, and we'll all go because that's a great way to get initiated.
Oh, by the way, there is a
Absolutely.
group rate. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, there
I
you
love
go.
it.
Wholesale
All right,
tickets, right?
We'll
True,
decide
though.
to
No,
do that. You know where I'm going?
Where?
I'm going to the West and to the Heavenly Spa. So
wanna come?
we got to go. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on Girl Talk.